All right, let's try this one more time. Hopefully we don't get no I was getting audio feedback last time, so it probably sounded like Ben said I was just losing
Johnny two times.
It probably just sounded like I was losing my mind, which is true, but not at the moment.
Papers.
So what about the 2018 Discard Pile Christmas Special? I don't have all my elves like I did last year. I just have my champion on the message boards, BenHosp. How you doing this 2018, Ben?
Hello from Club Monasters. Everyone give a big round of applause to Johnny Halva and the Snowflakes, our in-house band.
They're a great band.
They've been playing. Tip your gender-neutral wait staff.
Yeah, general neutral Santa Claus is a big topic here at the Corbett House. My only other elf who's now mad at me was Cameron, who I think it was his intense night of Fortnite, as the kids play. I think that was just overloading the compound's Wi-Fi. We couldn't have broadcast and Fortnite at the same time. But so I made the mistake of watching last year's Christmas special, and we were all happy, Ben. I mean, we were bitching about stuff, but we were always bitching about stuff, but we were happy. And now this year, oh boy, oh Jesus, it's all gone down the tubes. So let's just plug away and enjoy our Hall of Fame. Let's talk about some Star Trek cards. You ready to go, Ben?
Well, sure. We're gonna get to bitching about message boards, right?
Well, I'll bitch about whatever you want. I've been trying today.
To yell at, but first, let's go through this ballot that I spent all this time writing up.
Oh boy!
All right, so
it's like the election.
Too many nominees.
Yeah, before we so the only thing I changed this year compared to last year was 4 nominations instead of 3, which went from a 53 card ballot in 2017 to 2018 until 76 cards this year. So we'll probably go back. You want the ballot to be substantial, but manageable. You don't want to. I don't expect anybody to spend more. But then again, most of you people work at desk jobs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it. I spent more time writing this out than anyone else is going to. So. I didn't write very carefully. So let's go through. Sorry, Rendezvous. Yeah, fuck that card. Historical Research. Fuck that card. Avert Danger. Yeah. Investigate Destruction. That's the space mission?
Yes, that's the Romulan space mission with Gumto or something on it.
No, that's some neutral zone mission, right?
No, Investigate Destruction is the easy ass. Oh, maybe it's not from the Gumto episode.
Whatever. So when we get a pair of missions like Protect the Escapees and Investigate Destruction, because I like chaos, I'm going to vote for one of them. And this is another instance of that.
Hold on a second. Is this your first ever no vote?
I'm preparing to do my first ever no vote on a retirement. I mean, there've only been 2 ballots before now, so it's not like it's not like it's not like it's a storied tradition. But yes, 2 times in an effort to get Hall of Fame started up. I voted for burn them all every time. But now, so I think I'm tired of seeing Investigate Destruction, but not Protect the Escapees. So I think we're gonna say no on Protect the Escapees. That is not a Hall of Fame worthy card.
It is. I think
for Commandeer Prototype, because that card is fun and we don't want to get rid of it. It does cool. It does cool stuff that annoy bad players. So let's get rid of that.
Connor,
Bring another vote. Yes.
Hold on,
like
Connor.
Chaos.
Connor today commandeered the Queensborg Cube in a Klingon deck and shot me at an undisclosed location that I can't talk about because it was playtest data.
It's it was Sector 001, and Ross is going to try and take that card away from you because he doesn't like fun.
No, we had a good meeting. He likes fun.
So yeah, Ferenginar, we're gonna don't tell me not to say something on this show, John. This is that like if I bring something up and you hope I don't go into detail, you gotta just let it go. This is not the day.
I mean, I care, but I don't care that much. Don't worry.
This is not the day for BenHosp to keep secrets. So investigate my key activity. Yeah, we don't like that card. I'm voting yes on Ferenginar because I like to create chaos and I like to. I hope one of these headquarters gets banned so that or get retired. Sorry, sir. So that we create a situation where we have to make a new Ferenginar like for Hall of Fame. I want that to happen. So anyway, Last Outpost. I'm actually not tired of seeing that card, so we're gonna erase that. Geological Survey. This is another like Avert Danger. I don't like Geological Survey. No, we're not gonna retire that because that again, whenever there's two similar cards, we're gonna try to pick only one to go in the Hall of Fame. Investigate Sighting. That's gone too, right?
Maybe. I don't trust anything.
I don't know what that is off the top of my head, so I'm gonna delete that. So I'm voting no on that. Deliver Ancient Artifact. I like Bajor. I like playing Bajoran, so I'm not deleting. That's having a good run now. I don't know why it didn't have a good run before, but it's not.
What mission is this?
Deliver Ancient Artifact. Let's give that. I'm gonna
people always play
no on that, but I'm wrong. But I'm still gonna vote no on it. Feldamite Rush, no. Feldamite Rush, yes. I forgot I was doing this. Yeah. Voting no on Deliver Ancient Artifact. Definitely no on Acquire List Explosives because I forgot that card existed until I saw it on the list.
You must not play Ferengi.
I don't. But I do know Deliver Supplies. That in the group chat over this and Salvage Borg Ship. So why don't you justify to me why those go in the Hall of Fame?
You broke up a little bit on me, and we're gonna have to excuse. I'm a little messed up. I'm having some audio feedback again. It was Savage Borg Ship and what else?
Mining Survey.
Well, Mining Survey was in the classic TNG build early in the game. It was always like you said. You already said no to Geological Survey, which made me nerd angry. And also the Savage Borg Ship in the early days, right after Annexation Drone came out, there was that whole Borg solver that was in every deck. Get all your cheaters back. So I know. So
what I just learned is Mining Survey goes in the Hall of Fame. Salvage Borg Ship doesn't because Borg have never been good.
Yes.
Ever in the history.
No, it's incorrect. Once Quintessence got errated, it's not winnable now.
I don't. You're not saying you're breaking up. I don't know what you're talking about. The Borg have never ever been good. And if you're a Borg player, you're a bad person and should feel bad and should send your send your responses to this hot take to Ross Fertel at the CC, care of Andrea's house.
Whoa.
So plot invasion. That sounds like it's the same reason. I'm gonna sure, fine. I don't assimilate resistance. No, but that card's fine.
It's not fine. What do you mean fine? Hold on, you're using the wrong word again. Hold on. You're using a bad Hall of Fame word. That word.
Are we actually going to explain the purpose of Hall of Fame finally?
No, we've done that.
Into this.
We've done that plenty. We've done that plenty of times. Are you done your missions yet? So I can start my rant on why you're wrong.
Yeah, transport delegations. I'm not tired of seeing transport delegations. So fine.
All right, that's a valid reason.
I'm not. I think I confused Deliver Ancient Artifact with Deliver Evidence a minute ago because now I see Deliver Evidence. I'm still not tired of seeing that. I'm not tired of seeing Amnesty Talks. And if we retire too many DMZ missions, then Phase 2 Maquis doesn't work. So evacuate colony. No. So tell me why I'm wrong.
All right. So you finally done all your missions there?
Yeah.
All right. So now why I really hate you at the moment is because we finally we finally got people to nominate missions, which I think would really help the game, because we're gonna have to admit to ourselves that in the early CC era, well, not even early, for a good chunk of time, there are some bad missions, just not good missions. We finally started in the last couple of years, maybe last 5 years or so. So, I mean, there's a good chunk of missions that no one's ever going to use, ever. So we finally got people to nominate missions, and I haven't looked at the only early return votes are sounds to be is trolling public one, which is now the tradition, and your big board. So if we finally got people to nominate missions, and you assholes are going to not only choose like 20% of them.
I chose 50% of them, John.
All right, that's not good.
My visual aid, how only a half of this column is erased.
I can only see like a portion of your board. By the way.
I know, that's why this is hilarious.
Yeah, that's all right. No, that's fine. I don't. This. There's no need for this to be good, especially when I can't hear anything.
Okay, yeah. So all the missions that I erased from the Hall of Fame from my ballot, I'm not tired of seeing yet, except for one that I think actually like screws things up if we retire it. And Frang and our that's just a troll though. That was a troll nomination, so that's fine.
Yes, compliments of Josh Sheets. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah. Wasn't that one of your kids actually? No, one of your kids nominated Grish. That's fine. Yeah. Grish.
Yeah, he was troll. Yeah, Connor.
Anyhow, moral choice. Yes, that's definitely. Moral choice is one of these cards that I thought was already retired, but since it's not, it definitely should be.
Hold on, moral choice. Hold on. I know you get on a roll. Moral choice got 42% last year.
Well, it should get a lot more this year.
Just so people know.
It's getting one from me. Accelerated aging. Really?
It fell 2 votes short last year. Accelerated aging.
Really?
Well,
I'm voting no on it.
I know you prepared the board, but I'm all about the numbers, baby. I got the stats for people.
Well, if I had scribbled some numbers on here, then you're
going on. I appreciate it. You're going with passion. I got the data.
Next time, look it up in your gut, John. Polywall. I'll never get tired of seeing that card. That has Slutty Tasha on it. All right, Dreamer. Yeah. Dreamer is a bad card. This is the rare example of a card that like could go in the Hall of Fame because it's a bad card. Like occasionally there are bad cards that need to be retired because they're bad, even though that's not what the Hall of Fame is about, right?
It's about whatever you want it to be, Ben.
All right, Rogue Borg Ambush. I thought it was in. I liked that, but I like it still being in the game. So no on that.
Man, you've gone from Burnham Zealot, to a prickly asshole now.
Yeah,
Borg Ambush. That card has never stopped seeing play.
I know. I say give it another. I say give it another year. I say.
I don't like to do BenHosp.
All right, Ball tomorrow. Sure. Necessary execution. This feels like I mean, this is the card that made everyone go space first. So
but how long have we been doing that?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, necessary execution in Timescape. No, that's.
See, I thought you were about chaos. I thought you were voting for chaos. See, I'm doubting your commitment to chaos.
Well, I can't vote yes on this. Sorry,
I like how you think that board is the legitimate ballot that I'm going to actually pay attention. Or don't send me a picture of that fucking board.
It is what I'm going to type up. So yeah. Strip down.
No, I'm going to vote no for that, and I'm a hard
card.
I don't see strip.
Who got touched in a bathing suit area by this card? Who nominated this?
I don't recall.
Which wrong person nominated this? No. Infestation, no. You don't like fun.
Yeah.
Shula, no. You don't like fun either.
Wait, which one? Which Shula?
Shula Chandra.
No, that's seen play. That's been nonstop. Come on, man.
Yeah, sure. Look, everyone else can vote for it.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. Tchaikovsky. Here's the thing: the Chula, the Chula the game pile is one of the 2 piles I know how to make in Hall of Fame. You can't
exactly. This is a vote. You're voting.
You can't take one of them away from me.
That's another problem. People who vote no, it's okay to vote no, but when people who do it because they're lazy, that's a bad no vote.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of bad no votes on here. I'm not good at this anymore. So now here's the total chaos thing. Here was the I want to create chaos. So when Tchaikovsky and Whispers got nominated, I like it. Last year, did they get nominated?
I don't believe they did.
Okay. I want one of them to go in. It's yes on Whispers and no on Sylvia. Because I want exactly one of these 8 costers to go in.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough, but I would want Teslavsky to be retired. I think.
Yeah. You shouldn't. Yeah. This isn't the day that I do what you tell me. I vote no because I'm lazy, but you've yelled at me enough that now I'm voting yes. And same for Minor Revolt. Bridge Officers Test, yes. Central Command, no. Give it another year.
Dude, that's the worst take.
Give it. I know.
Oh man, what is wrong with you?
I want it to be. I want this. I want Central Command to fall 1 vote short, and because of this, that's the one I want to happen.
Didn't your buddy Sostaby even vote for that? That means it's probably a degenerate. That means it's a degenerate strategy. It must go right away.
Probably. Yes. I think I nominated it. If not, I should have. There are some cards on here that will make me feel naked and cold and alone and afraid to not play with, and this is the start of those. Graph Flame Trap. It's another. I thought it was on the list, so it should be on the list now. Uninvited, yes. The Promise. You're right. It had its run. It's a little egregious now, especially when I'm voting no on Central Command, but yes on the Promise.
That's fine.
Field Studies, yes. At what cost? Definitely yes. Biogenic Weapon, definitely yes. Unexpected Difficulties, definitely yes. At an Impasse,
you gotta vote no. Throw the curveball. You nominate it every year, you cockroach.
No, I didn't nominate it this year.
Oh, okay.
I said, even though I have a hate boner for it, I have other things to nominate that I didn't nominate, but I'm voting yes. Rule 141, yes. Prejudice and Politics, geez. Because I see that Prejudice and Politics, but not getting under your skin is on here, I like that. I like that the the ballot is inherently doing chaos. So yes, on Prejudice and Politics. Coordinated Counterattack, yes, because this is a yes because I'm lazy and I don't know how to play around it. Party Atmosphere, yeah. Party Atmosphere, I would vote no, but since I can't vote for Surprise Party, I'm voting for it because that's party in the name.
All right, hold on a second. So for what I see so far, that when it comes to events, you're 100% yes. So BenHosp, why do you hate events?
Because you yell at me when I voted no on a lot of dilemmas and missions. And we did those first, and now you've changed my mind that I should vote for more things.
Well, yeah, I was going to yell at you if you voted against the Ferengi card, because you're making arguments of this doesn't work without, maybe doesn't work without this, and it's like now you're taking away.
Oh, that's pretty fun. Yeah, you almost talked me into voting no on Rule 141 because the less sense this ballot makes, the better, as far as I'm concerned. But since I didn't notice it, it would really annoy you if I erased this, wouldn't it, right now? But no, you're right. Yeah, all of it. Okay, Centaur, yes. Galgathong, yes. Bird of Prey, I don't like the way it looks, so yes. Yes. Guinan, definitely yes. Mila,
yeah, you better after. No, see, you're wrong again. See, all right, hold on, time out. You're going to get yelled at real quick.
Okay.
Now, as a designer, you should know better. See, the Cardassians are, especially now with two two cheaters, not hero cards. Greg didn't want to join us, so we can have that debate. With two very strong cheaters, that's fine. Burn your deck. It's all offense. I burn my deck. I get through missions, and hopefully nothing bad happens to me. You can have all that offense, but you can't have any defense if you're going to have that kind of offense. And Mila provides defense, so that's why she bothers me more than the enemy of my enemy.
Okay,
write it back. Write it.
I'm breaking rules here, John. I'm not going to write back Mila because I don't negotiate with terrorists, but I am going to write back the Central Command.
All right, what are the other? Mila's had a run, dude. Jesus. But I know we play more Cardassians than, well, no, I don't. I've got a rabbit in my pocket. I know I play more Cardassians than fucking just about anybody else. She goes in capture decks, speed decks, solvers.
But as the tax I will collect is no on rule 141. So if you're keeping track, this is yes on Ferenginar, no on rule 141.
I'm sure people are gonna be keeping track tomorrow.
In Hall of Fame, in Hall of Fame, if it's up to BenHosp, you will pay retail. Well, so Shankar, this is on this list as a fuck you to me. So no on fuck you BenHosp.
No, Shankar deserves to go in the Hall. Shankar, I'll tell you what, Shankar has had 2 careers, so he should definitely be in the Hall of Fame.
He's on the list because of a deck I made that I've never won with, and only Sykes has won with, and has yelled at me about what a bad deck it is while he's winning with it.
Yeah, I know, but I played plenty of Maquis the last couple of years. Like I said,
well, that's true.
I'm trying to tell you, he had his original run, and then he had this renaissance, and
that's true. But the reason he's on the list is as a fuck you to me personally.
Okay, all right.
I can't support that. Krim, I can't put in the Hall of Fame because it was too funny to tear apart 8472 with it, and it made Phil sad, and that was funny. So no on Krim.
But if you vote, hold on, time out. If you vote yes on Krim, you can play infestation decks in Hall of Fame with a little more. No,
that's true.
Don't be scared.
That's true.
You still got to worry about the minefield. The minefield still shuts it down.
Or the new. I'm still voting no on him. I'm still.
And I learned in Atlanta the new T'Pol also takes a giant shit on infestation pile.
Okay, so I'm voting no on Krim, and I'm voting yes on infestation now.
Yeah, great. It'll get up to 10. It got. Let's see. Let's look at the books. It got 7.7% last year. Infestation. Yeah. Someone has the faith. Someone kept the faith. I'll give them credit. That's the beauty of Hall of Fame. Power to the people. You can.
Yep.
You can fight. You can fight the power every year.
Okay, Leonard McCoy, Remarkable Man. No, that's a bad card. Living Legend, Kirk. All right.
You must have not been around.
I'm very torn. I'm very torn about the good Kirk getting banned or getting retired.
This Kirk should have been retired before OT Kirk. That's the hot take.
You're right. Because I still don't remember what Hall of Fame is for. So yes, he's had a career. Make him go away. Make him go away from the game, not the list. Don't erase him, Ben. I might have screwed up these last couple, so whatever.
Wait, you forgot that you're erasing the no votes?
Yeah, I might have. Whatever. It's.
I like how through your list you just forgot what you were doing and fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, the dog was building a laundry fort in the corner of the room, and I got distracted by, hey, look, the dog. Okay, evac agent of Cardassian Justice.
Yes.
Yeah. Equinox Doctor and Marla Gilmore. It's funny to me that someone hates Equinox so much that they nominated 2 cards. So I'm voting yes on them. Lore, brother and son. Again, that's a weird lore to nominate.
Yeah, you know what? That's just like Infestation. The original lore should be in the Hall, and he's not even nominated. And then this lore was nominated last year, and this lore was second from the bottom at 23%. So
now we just got to vote. Alexander Rashenko Kutar.
Yes.
So here's the funny history of that card. Remember remember that Mara deck that everyone loved until like half of it got errated. I made that deck specifically because I wanted to play Klingons, but I didn't own any Kumtars. And then like everyone's like, oh no, you can't play Klingons that way. You gotta have Kumtars now. So now you gotta not have Kumtars. That's a no.
And then Neil stole your deck at One World. So we know, Ben. We know. It's okay.
It's gather around the fireplace. Tell Masset's aid.
Oh yeah, he's a headache. He goes into the hall for his.
Yeah, it's another the dreamer in the dream. But I mean.
Well, no,
he's a career, but
no card has been poorly worded and worse for rule interactions than Tell. So just
assess contamination was until I finally
yeah, but Tell might be Tell's just as bad. So
yes,
now he doesn't deserve to go because it was played a lot. It deserves just for like being a shit show.
Right.
There should be a separate shit show wing.
He Tell him, stick a look into his face. Quark vastly outnumbered. I'm gonna say he's a no because he hasn't had a career since he's been around.
All right, I disagree with that, but that's okay. I can see where you're coming from. He's not going to get played. He won't get played again because it's just for that bad DS9 build early on that no one ever played.
Right.
The fuck was that card? You put it in your opponent's core? You don't even remember. No one does. No one knows.
Yeah. Yeah. Spymaster Tame. Yeah, that's no. I mean, yes, yeah, bad card. Or he definitely had a career. Yeah.
Yes. He's had 2 careers as well.
Yes. Kira Nerys, Ileana Gamor.
No, she's had 1 career. I'm going to vote yes because I'm old and I've seen everything, but I can understand a lot of people not remembering when that card.
Yeah,
that was.
I remember it being a big deal, but it's
early on. Early on, there the first ever good dual HQ deck was Cardassian Romulans with the Sight for Sore Eyes, Prejudice of Politics, and then using Gamor to get the people out.
You probably don't mean Sight for Sore Eyes, but fine.
Yeah, sure. I use that on my decks.
But I'm voting no on her because it always makes me laugh when she ends up running a labor camp. So that's a no on her.
We've done that. I've had Connor did that to me too.
I won't. I'm not tired of seeing her. I am tired of seeing Ezri Tegan. I am tired of seeing Data Lucasian chair. Tired of seeing CMO McCoy. And I'm going to arbitrarily not vote yes on 2 McCoys, and the other one is definitely the one to vote on.
Well, you're not. No, I'm going to lie. Well, you don't play 8472, but yeah, that McCoy in an 8472. If you took that away, it would be tough, a lot tougher to win with 8472.
You want me to write Crim back up on here? Want me to write Crim back here to make 8472 better now? You want me to?
Well, we don't want to make Phil and Brian sad. That's all they plays. They love the 8472.
All right. So we got Morik. Morik. Has he ever really had a career, or has he just been in bad? Like it seems like he's been in a lot of tier 2 decks.
What? No, I mean I used to use him early back in the day all the time. Even with
K-Tal, I'm voting no on as a protest vote.
What?
Because he's the one of these guys that hasn't been fixed, and I want Josh to do his damn job and actually errata.
Josh to do his job when K-Tal's been around for 14 years and Josh has been around for as Eratazar for whatever they fired me from that job.
Well, he can only be around for 6 months. That's the term limit. So he must have been around for less than 6 months.
I think Josh has had. I guess,
yes.
Josh is the FDR of Eratazar. He's about to start his 4th term, I think.
Grish, yes. Annexation drone, no.
What?
Tau, yes. Observation drone, no.
Come on, man. People
Borg has never been good, and Alex is a bad player for playing Borg.
Okay. Grish was nominated by Connor just to troll me because I always play with Ferengi. So good for him. He's a true player.
Yeah. I'm not taking away Borg cards because they're not good. And let's see. Yeah, and I'm going to write Mila back up on the list because I realize trolling you isn't funny enough to leave Mila in the game.
Maybe not this year, since there's been enough damage in 2018. All right, Ben.
John, what do you mean?
No, I'm not. I had beers this early. I came here in a good mood. At least I tried to, anyway.
So I came in wanting to complain about the mod team. Everyone gather around. You're gonna get you're gonna get discard pile audience. This is just you and me. This is just secrets. I'm gonna give you the behind the scenes.
I mean, it kind of is. No one's gonna watch this, but yeah,
I'm gonna give you the behind the scenes scoop on how the mod team works. You got Brian, the head mod, who is the collaborating with the Nazis police chief from Casablanca, who is just trying to let as much shit slide as he can before Charlie, who is who is the Nazi colonel in this analogy, cracks down. And
so you're a big fan of Casablanca, Ben? What are you? You're about what, 72 years old?
I saw it once.
More than I've seen it.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So Brian is just not doing anything. Unless he has to.
Well, that's not.
Bill,
I mean, that's not.
Bill is doing his best impression of Detective Bullock from The Dark Knight, where he just writes up reports and throws them in the trash.
Yeah, Phil is the don't give a fuck moderator. Brian Sykes is that I know this is wrong and bullshit. This is way over the curve.
Right. But he does what Charlie, what he thinks Charlie would want in what used to be called working toward the Fuhrer, where Hitler didn't have to give specific orders. Everyone knew what he wanted.
Rid me of these meddlesome priests. Yes.
Right. Well, no, he wouldn't even need to do that. It was just everyone kind of knows what the Fuhrer wants. Everyone, all the snowflakes, pay attention. I'm not comparing Charlie to Hitler. I'm comparing his management style. I am not saying Charlie is a Nazi.
All right, now you got me.
The bad leader like Hitler was.
Now you're gonna get me started on my rant. Now, why would you even have to say, you're joking, but there's always truth in every joke.
Yep.
And you're doing that because when people hear stuff they don't like, it's a victimhood culture that when you hear something you don't like, you appeal to an authority and they step in and take care of it because people didn't go outside when they were kids after 1995 and no one has any kind of.
No, you're wrong. It's after. Well, it might have really started after 1995, but it started with in the 80s with Stranger Danger and all that.
No, but the parents of those people didn't start keeping their young kids inside until I was.
Right.
I was born in 80.
Yeah,
I was born in 80, and I was running the streets, but I had bad parents, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, weren't you raised by wolves?
Well, yeah, my buddies, yeah, pretty much. But so yeah, you grow up, you don't you don't develop those skills when you go out and mess around with kids and get into fights, play games, make rules. Because when I was a kid, if you went back and say, "Hey, Timmy's saying shit I don't like," your parents would be like, "Shut up, get out of here, go back outside." Unless someone was beating the crap out of you, don't bother me.
Yeah.
So now
I'm not done. I'm not done giving the inside scoop on the mod team. The other one is some guy. I think it's Dave Hines. Is it Dave Hines? I don't care. Let's blame Dave Hines for being this guy. Who just basically, because no one else gives a shit or feels empowered to act, just is just doing whatever the fuck he feels like. So congratulations, everyone who wanted to make nerd rules. You've left it up to some guy who might be Dave Hines that just decides.
I don't care about the ban that happened today. It's because I've already come to. I mean, we have a whole community of fragile people. This community is just a reflection of I think just a little bit ahead of their time. I mean, this started happening in colleges, and it's not every college, but more liberal. And these people are kind of the same way, though. They're very fragile people. They have to be protected. And I can't exist in this community. I did a disservice 3 years ago when the original COC was put into place, and I toned it down. I know people are like, "What?" But I used to be a much larger asshole.
Yeah.
And the bargain.
Yeah. Think back to 2015, John Corbett.
Yeah, no, in the devil's bargain, it was never like, me and Charlie meet in a dark room, but it was inferred that, all right, John, you'll be design director. Try to, also because they were doing poor work. And it was also, all right, well, you'll calm down to fuck a little bit. It was kind of the deal. We knew, all right, you run design, but you can't be that much of an asshole if you're going to be behind the scenes doing things. And for the most part, I toned it down, but it didn't do anybody a service. It just made, and this is only because, Sykes was someone who understood. He's a moderate Sykes. He just like, all right, this shit's crazy. Let's get the rules so Corbett doesn't get banned for being mean sometimes. But so now we're 3 years after the fact, and it's even worse. Now you can't even have, there's a courts bar for others, like just to talk about politics. I understand that's a little bit of the, the Trump world.
I think that might be, I think some people might like have their settings bad on like Tap and Talk or whatever. And like whenever, like some people might have it set up that whenever there's a post anywhere, it notifies them. And when there's like 100 posts yelling about Trump and you actually can't when it's buzzing your phone, I mean, it's on you for setting up your notifications that way. But that's the only thing I can think of that are why people were annoyed about a thread they weren't reading.
Yeah, but also, like, part of the victimhood culture is you gain status by being a victim. Either you have everyone's got something, even the word survivor. Everyone's either a victim, and if you can't be a victim, you have to advocate for victims. You got to be a white knight, and that's what the report button does in our little world. And there's just no. I've come to the conclusion there's no place for me in this community, and I'm slowly, not that my exit as design director has been forced upon me, but overall, it's just not. This is not a. I should have left 3 years ago, and it's sad to say, but because it's only gotten worse, and I didn't help anybody by toning my shit down, and I should have just been a maniac until they kicked me out, and that would have been that. So I actually see. I didn't get to the happy questions, Ben. Hold on, before.
All right.
Because last year, I didn't write down any negative shit. I got all good stuff. I'm trying. I knew you were going to
write down negative shit.
Okay, well that's fine. You can get to that.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. For a second, like a month ago, I saw it from your point of view, and it's like that. It's like that Calvin and Hobbes strip. It totally like I'm still angry. Like
you had a moment where you're like, wait a second. What if everything John's been saying all this time about how
I realize we're not
these people. Yeah, another leadership. You know what? We also got to be honest. Is that what happens when our nerd leaders fail us? What do we always say? Well, he's a good guy, but blah blah blah. He's a good guy. ... But what does that mean? Not good. Like good. I mean, because these people are always lying. They're not lying in a malevolent, sinister way. Just not being forthright and honest.
What you're trying to get at is that this organization is not able to fire someone that they like.
Yeah. It's all about and we'll get to the hierarchy because I was going to write, after the firing, I was angry. I said, I'm not going to do anything while I'm angry. And the CC is a hierarchy.
Oh, I only do things when I'm angry about that's
Well, no, I used to do a lot of things when I'm angry in life.
Oh, right.
And
forgive me, it's time to go back to the old me. Right.
So and for hierarchies, it was good. If I was going to write my good card, bad card 100, it was going to be why the CC was doomed to fail. And it's because in any hierarchy, people have to be able to choose their leaders based on competence, with the exception of United States president, of course, which is always a popularity contest. But most of the time, people have to be able to choose their leaders based on competence. And there's no mechanism for that in the CC. And not only that, competence isn't even a value in the CC. So this was always going to happen. So there you go. That's it. Oh, let me get back to my good guy question. Because last year I asked everybody, all everybody who showed up my show, unlike this year, what cards they used that came out that year. So Ben, cards that came out in 2018. I know it's gonna be hard for you to remember. And we played a lot of Hall of Fame in 2018.
Yeah, so the Q missions.
Yeah, but only me and you play the Q missions. No one else does because those missions make you make choices, and no one wants to make choices.
Right. The select 3 guys, and if the ones you selected have some skills.
Divergent goals, right?
Yeah, divergent goals, and the planet version that I don't remember.
No, that's the planet version. You know what? I've yet to face the space version. I don't know if it's lesser, if it's not as good, but
it's not. I don't think it's as good, but I think you might be wrong. I know I've played the space version on you.
No, I'm just remembering this now, and maybe I'm mistaken. I remember when they were being tested, one was stronger, like had a different requirement than the other, and I remember saying something about it. I hope it wasn't the space one that was maybe.
No, it was one of them. One of them was susceptible to doubling. It was the space one because the space one required transporters, which you can't do. That's
definite. Yeah, but I think one had an attribute that was one higher, and I said, "Why are we? If they're close?"
Well,
anyway,
I have played them both a lot. They occasionally, like I think I've had both of them not work once.
Yeah, their hit rate.
They have very high. They have very high hit rates, but you've always got outs. Like everyone looks at their guys when I play that dilemma on them, and they're like, "Well, I could get through this," and then they almost never do. You've always got outs when you're facing it. It's always fun.
Well, what I was trying to say is, I hope I wasn't mistaken and killed. Like if this, I like to play it. Like, yeah, I never considered it because it seemed like a crapshoot dilemma because it's randomly pick 3 and then it's all or nothing. So I automatically dismissed that wrongly because people played it on me 3 times. It worked every time. I'm like, well, that's all the data I need. So I started using it, and I think I've used it I played it 3 or 4 times, and one person had to cheat past it to get past it. So I don't know. Maybe we should start playing the space one and find out. But I don't know.
I've been playing it, and it works great.
You also forgot. Speaking of cards that we only play, Orin Darvin came out in 2018. That's
I don't play that guy. I mean, I tried him in Infestation, but I mean, I played it when I tried the.
No, you don't like Orin Darvin? Boo. Boo.
Well, I mean, I played him when I tried to use him as a assassin, but
and another card that only you and I play so far that I've seen is Reprimand out of the Warp Pack. So
Phil was playing it, but yeah, it's only us that know that's a good card.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty solid. You can't. And
Reprimand is such a good card, especially with the Q missions. And so the Reprimand build that you and I have been the deck that we're talking around is a Klingon deck with a couple of 50-point missions, the Q missions, and you get bonus points because Klingons get bonus points.
Yeah, I just made that. I just made that same build without the Q missions for a Klingon Trencher deck that Connor was. So basically, yeah. But also that also opens up the Brave Words and the well-prepared defenses.
Yeah. If you pick it right, then you can also use both Brave Words and
which hopefully well-prepared defenses gets retired because I think I've seen enough of that. I'm tired of. There's also I've got to make the case of a lot of early CC cards that require no skill to play. I'm not saying this is a reason to vote to go in the Hall of Fame. I just despise dilemmas that don't require any skill tracking. No, nothing. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I guess they call it synergy between the deck build and the dilemma pile, but you still should have to do something to play a dilemma, like some kind of maybe not necessarily has to be skill tracking, but that card's just All right. Also, anyway, we're talking about cards that came out this year. We haven't even gotten. None of these include Shattered Mirror because I haven't had time.
Yeah, Kortar is great. All the dilemmas in there are great.
Well, we couldn't get Kortar out in our playtest game, but Connor did hit me with Deuterium Plunderers at Earth and summon Feckler.
Oh yeah.
So that was fun. So I made him watch that episode, and not that I'm walking out the door, but I would have made all the Klingon boat. I would have made all the I can't say that word, mythical creatures.
Oh yeah. But So what I was, what I was, Reprimand is so good in a small deck, like in a Q mission small deck. I almost put Operation Retrieve in a deck just now. When we played at Sykes House, I almost played Operation Retrieve. It's so good.
And then, of course, everyone play. The only card I'm sure it would be on everyone's list is Enemy of My Enemy. I never play it, but people. It's the one card. It's the card that's caused a stink. I don't really want to get into the debate. God forbid. Crassians weren't winning in a long time, and then I liked Mortok Founder. He goes in my Klingon Q mission deck. Ben, you know?
Yeah, and the Negvar, and of course, what's his name? Tane and Sorolla were a big deal.
Yeah, I guess he got into the new assassin.
I mean, people are mad at you, but about it. But
and then my last
people
card.
are mad at you for not being on. Like you had nothing to do with this set, basically, and people are mad at you about one card from it. So it's
oh, that's fun.
You got fired.
No, I
John,
wanted that.
Why did you get fired? Tell me why you got. I had to sit through a whole almost half hour, almost 20 minutes with Ross Bertel, not asking him over and over again why he fired you.
Yes,
John, why did you get fired?
I will thank you for you controlled your. I mean, you were passive aggressive, which would have earned you no warnings on the Star Trek message board in that meeting. Congratulations, because that's the only way you're allowed to be an asshole on the Star Trek message board. It's okay to be an asshole. You just can't be an honest asshole. You got to do everything passive, passive aggressive, and snarky.
We just let's also the behind the scenes scoop. We just had a phone meeting with Ross Bertel where I was not an asshole because John Corbett told me to not be. Told me to keep it. Told me to keep it down. Keep it down on the assholeness. Like I was ready to show him my balls. I was ready.
Well, yes. So thank you for not showing him your balls. That's a good. But I lost my. I'm trying to think how far I want to go. I got fired because after toning it down for 3 years. I said bad things about Australia, and the second time was too much. Well,
but John, that's not true because the front page article says you delegated too much, and it also says that the plan was always to fire you after 3 sets. So John, that's not true. Why are you calling Ross Bertel a liar on the discard pile?
No, I'll honestly. So this also wouldn't
I'm calling Ross Bertel a liar.
I would call everybody who's a green badge a liar. Like I said, it doesn't mean they're evil or malevolent. I'm gonna call them liars. They're untruthful and not forthright. That's been the operation forever. That's all. And I'm the type of guy. That's just who I am. That might be my fault. Is that I can't shut up every time. I can't bullshit. I had dinner with John Carter earlier this week. And I said, if 4 years ago, if they just said, Worlds is going to be at vacation venues from now on, we want to go to Australia and we're going to pick like Austria. And even John was like, yeah, they're starting to just slowly admit that because now it's in Austria. Maggie's talking about going on vacation. Everyone, but should have been honest. You should have made that announcement 4 years ago. I would have bitched for a while. It would have been done, but it was just years of bullshit. So yeah. Now, why did I get fired? I got fired because ironically, Ken Tufts poked me in the eye one day on the boards, and I went bad shit. That got the ball rolling. So yes, months later, not months, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. How far was Australia before Texas? So yeah. So that's why I was fired because people had enough. And
great. That sounded in no way like the rantings of a paranoid crazy man. So yeah, that's great.
Oh, what about about the Australia stuff?
No, just you're not making any sense, but that's all right.
About what? I'll show you. You know what? Because I'm trying to measure my words, and once again, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do you want me to say? Why?
Oh, that was me. Just that was me just making fun of you for not speaking in complete sentences.
Yeah, I mean, so the honest truth is, months ago, earlier in the year, I was texting Charlie and Ross like, "Hey, my 3 sets is up. What do you guys want to do?" Texting them. They never got back to me because we all know people fuck around. That was in springtime.
Yeah, that That was a while ago that you were saying you were doing that.
Yeah, when Crixus was wrapping up in the spring, they never got back to me. And I started posting new plans. And I told them, I said, I'm going to proceed.
Wait a minute, John. Are you saying that the set that just came out like a month ago was wrapping up in the spring? That can't be right because that can't be right because you're the problem with design and you're the reason why all the sets are slow. So it sounds like your job was done, and then everyone else was fucking around and not doing their job.
Ben, the problem
but that can't be right.
Ben, the problem with this bit going bad and me babbling is because I didn't know what style you were using there. I thought I was going to be the evasive one. We're being the evasive one. So now let me get down to the brass tacks. So I told them, all right, guys, if you're not going to get back to me, I gave them like 2 weeks. I'm going to proceed like the job is mine. And we were posting new ideas. We had I called a depth chart of ideas we were doing on the design boards about projects we were going to do. We started up new projects. And then I got a call a week, not a week, 2 days on my way home in my truck to Texas.
It was about a week before Texas. It was
days. It was days because by the time it took me to get from Cleveland, I drove through Cleveland and had to sit down with Ross. The trucking gods happened to fire me. So anyway, long story short, blah blah blah. That narrative's bullshit. But the point is, and they never had a meeting. It came out of the blue. Now, why didn't they have a meeting with me first? They could have had everything they wanted. It would have been a bad meeting. Yeah, it would have been a grumpy, shitty meeting. But it would have been behind the scenes. It would have been, now everything has to be fucking rainbows and Lucky Charms. So now why wouldn't they have that meeting, Ben? I'm gonna get back to my point about fragile people. Why wouldn't they have that meeting?
Why wouldn't they have that meeting, John?
I'm not asking you to. I'm asking for an honest opinion, not for you to. I'm not asking you to set me up.
Oh, right. This bit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, they didn't. Well, okay. This is probably not what you actually wanted me to say, but fine. I think that. Okay. So there's stories about how Trump decided to pull out of Syria without really telling anyone because every time he tries to do something like this, people talk him out of it. I think you're too good at talking Charlie into things, and Charlie didn't want to. And like people don't want to tell you their bad ideas before they happen because they think you will talk them out of them. I think they didn't want you. I think they thought you would use your sorcery and your words to change their mind, and they didn't want to get their mind changed by you. That's right.
You're right, but it goes even further. You don't go into a negotiation with somebody if they can say no. And then obviously I can't say that. If they want me to go, I go. But they didn't want to go into that meeting, and I just say no, you're being wrong. And I would have talked to them, but I like I said, they could have had everything they wanted. I mean, that's because they're scared men. They're not honest and forthright. Right. They could have came to the meeting and said, "I want to give Nathan a shot." We didn't even have Nathan lined up yet. We sat down before that even happened.
That is the least believable part of the story was that he had Nathan in mind.
Yeah, some kind of
not even that he had him lined up, that he had him in mind.
Well, and also the narrative, because also they forget that people talk to me. People like to tell me things because they don't like CC leadership, and they know John will bitch, and he'll at least so behind the scene on the CC boards, I heard that they're trying to get you fired again. Like after I talked shit about Australia during my paranoid rambling that I was doing a little while ago, it was because I got the inside tip that they were coming for me again. And that I should apologize to the Seattle.
I remember you saying that and thinking, John's paranoid. That is the last time I was the voice of reason in the group chat. Was John calm down? And then they made me look stupid.
Yeah, someone came to me and said, you should really apologize to the Seattle people. You pissed them off with the sociopath comment. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to stick by this one. And whatever. So I forgot where I was in that part. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just all bullshit. Once again, we have to, it's when something bad happens or something they want to do, it's all right. What's the story we can tell to make this go away? And like I said, he posted stuff on the boards. Don't talk about this publicly. Like, that's just delusional thinking. Like, what the fuck would you think was going to happen? So yeah, that's it. I'm done there. And
I see that the problem there is I actually didn't see that post on the playtest boards before I started yelling about it publicly. But then I got even madder and started yelling about it more publicly because the way it was phrased on the playtest boards, it sounded like there had been some kind of scandal.
Like, well, yeah, that too. Yeah, well, and also we haven't even gotten to the part about being the first volunteer in history to not only be like, I think Johanna said, why are we firing people who want to volunteer? This is a first. And naming one other volunteer who was denigrated on the boards, like he did just like we're firing him, and this like no, that's
even
never.
Ken Tufts got to resign.
Yeah, so why you don't have the meeting and why they screwed up was, and they could have had what they wanted. I'm on the road a lot. I would have been happy, not happy. I would have like, yeah, well, one less thing to do. All right, you want me out? I'll be out. Let me go out on my own terms. That's their sin. Like what they thought, like, oh, we don't want him. We don't have a meeting because we don't want to talk to him. We're afraid he'll say no. And
what do you mean they'll say that's the I know they were afraid you'd say no, but not like you can't say no, I'm not fired. All you can say is no, I'm not gonna
go quietly. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be nice about I'm not gonna smile while you're firing me.
Well, but they always make their mess worse. How many times have they, instead of, it's always cover up, apologize publicly, hunker down, wait till it go away, and then repeat instead of like just. I mean, I'm not going to bring. I hate to, it's just going on even before the Ken Tufts.
So Spygate. I'll bring it up. So cheat at Worlds, not a firing offense. Cover up cheating at Worlds, not a firing offense. Steal money from the CC, not a firing offense. You didn't think? We're not bringing that up.
Well, yeah, I hate to do. I'm just going to turn into Fox News whataboutism, but Maggie's on the job.
What about?
Maggie's on the job because 3 years ago during the Nerd War, I'm the one who got Charlie. I shamed Charlie enough to have to admit that the money. Where's the money, Charlie? So how long is it,
Justin? But sure.
Yeah, but no, Maggie's the one getting the nonprofit.
Skinny redhead, just like Maggie. That's fine.
Yeah, but Maggie has to make the place a nonprofit. I mean, that was just the first step. But now we have to. So let me.
I just wanted to make my Justin looks like Maggie joke. Okay,
that's fine. Then the problem is, yes, Charlie was the only one who could have started the CC, and that's great. The problem is this nonprofit business should have been settled 5 years after the CC started.
This is the thing, this is what got me mad. Like, I was gonna say all over again, but this is I got mad before, and then I'm mad now like 2 times all over. Like I got mad all over again before when I saw someone say, "Let's make sure to thank Charlie for his great work over the past 10 years," and let's make sure to thank Charlie for his great work 10 years ago. Which is different from over the past 10 years. Yeah. It's kind of like on the real world level. It's kind of like Mark Zuckerberg. Like he shouldn't be the CEO of Facebook now. He's obviously not competent in running that kind of giant. Liberals start companies, conservatives run them, and right. And when we let borderline autistic boy kings like Mark Zuckerberg run everything, it doesn't work that great.
So that's I don't even have it. There's no solution. Like someone even posted today, how are we going to recruit players?
Go back in time and make better decisions.
Yeah. Besides the incompetent leadership, the CC was always doomed to fail. I've come to realize why the game was always going to decline. Unfortunately, I wish I came to this later. I never understood. I mean, I underestimated the damaging effects of local legends. To get it more scientific,
that's a good hot take that I don't fully understand.
So all mammals were programmed to play. We all have the play in our DNA, and when they have rats wrestle, one small rat, one big rat. If the big rat doesn't let the small rat win, 30% of the time. The
He's playing
small
with
rat,
Nick. Here we
small
go.
rat, yeah, small rat won't play with big rat. Now, and that's just it. That's just how we are. That's
why I let this dog get away with all kinds of shit.
And then we've had years where people, that's just who we are. People got to win 30% of the time to keep playing. And remember that we had Cameron came up and we all kind of dicked off and let Cameron win. Turns out that's kind of how we should have all been playing at locals all the time. But we just let, we all, and even, I guess not me. I would always usually go 3-1 at locals. But how can you blame a guy if you can't go 0-4 or even 1-4 once in a blue? So that's not, and that's too late to change that now. So that's it, folks.
Is this your fault for having leagues and belts and shit and making people actually care about locals? Making people actually.
Oh yeah, no, that's no. I would agree. Yeah, not besides my promotion. Yeah. Well, league points and people being competitive. Yeah, you're right. Maybe.
Because I.
So you're saying I'm more responsible for this than I like to think I am.
I'm saying you've become what you swore to destroy, Anakin.
Well, I was never afraid to lose a game. Like I didn't I got to play a deck that's
No, but you created monsters like me and Neil.
No, bullshit, because every place has a local legend. I'm not going to take. I never created any local legends, but I'll take some heat. That maybe I don't think. Yeah,
I pushed it too far. I had you actually taking. I had you taking the blame for breaking the game and for a second.
Yeah, but our game, because look at the evidence. Our region was because every region needs a ringleader. So I think you're right. I would say my organization skills outweighed my making Neil play Maquis on locals. Yeah, you're right. I guess that's my fault. Yeah. Deal. You're right. I ruined the game.
Well, that right. And ratings, because like when you go and play in a local, and your and if you fuck around, then your score goes down on the website. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people do care about that.
Yeah, more people.
50-50, but that 50 is not great.
Well, even I never cared enough to not try a new deck. Like even in my heyday, I would in locals fuck it. I'm playing different shit every week.
Yeah,
I'm trying new stuff. Fuck it, 6 ratings points, 8 rating points. So when I lose a game, maybe 2. I guess some people.
Well,
I don't even think. No, what? Hold on. I'm even going to break all that up because you know what? You've seen people. It's not. That all that stuff kind of maybe alters it a little bit, but you've seen people. You see people even at your house or playing board games or there's just competitive people. There's nothing wrong with that. Those type of people are disagreeable people. And that's the problem is even, like I said, I just learned this kind of this big rat, little rat, take recently. And I wish I heard it earlier. It's just that, you gotta let people win. That's human interaction. If you want to play, you can't just smash motherfuckers nonstop. But it's too late for that. I mean, all I can say is going forward, fucking cut the shit, people. If you're still in this game and you're still just fucking.
Now, since I was kind of shitting on Neil a minute ago, and I'll point out that I think if he were here, he would point out that when I was trying to get him into this game, I didn't try that hard until he beat me once. And then I started playing for real after he actually
played. But you got into a relationship with him where one person can always that's a competitive relationship.
No, right. No, I meant like when I was originally
I understand. But a lot of people who come to locals are coming to play, not compete. We never recognized that. Like I'm talking in our area, guys like Ed or even Daryl. Daryl was strong enough to be able to withstand it for a good long while playing in our Vipers pit. But come on, we knew after a while there, besides Ed, we didn't have anybody left who could Phil was dog shit for a while for early on, but then he became really good.
Well, Ken.
But Ken was buddies with me, so he could he wasn't coming to just play. That's
true.
So, we just, like I said, there's no solution to that. It's just a depressing fact to learn too late. But if you are still playing, if you're a fucking old warhorse like us, fucking cut the shit, man. Or if you got conscripts like me with kids or anybody else, or when you go to Sykes' house, you and Phil just go fucking go play a Dabo deck.
Neil had to play Maquis against 2 kids.
Yeah, I was saying he showed up.
That's funny. That's fun to watch. That is. I'm so glad. I mean, Neil's a sociopath for doing it, but
yeah, well, that's a good example. I forgot about that. I forgot he showed up and won in Sykes' basement with a tournament where his kids are at. And what did he think he had to bring? There's people are wired to just fucking.
His story is that he couldn't figure out what to do with Mirror Bajor. He was so excited about Mirror Bajor, and he was too busy not having a job to make a deck.
Yeah, he's a slumlord with no official job, and he's got to play an old Maquis deck. So yeah, that would be if you do go forward, those people have to be weeded out. They're dangerous. So there you go. That's my solution.
This is your Colonel Green speech.
Yes.
We must reject the local legend and cast it out.
Yeah. You got to tell people like, yo, dude, you got to start playing. Go play some motherfucking. I know you got to have a fun idea deck in your head. You want to come, especially if you're playing at people's houses and basements. Just don't say don't be an asshole, but like, yo, dude, you gotta start taking some dives or at least win close games with these kids. You got to be able to do something, man. No more local legends from now on. So, and I can focus on these dumb takes because going into 2019, everything changes. I don't know how much longer I'll be a design director until I wrap up some of the projects I was starting before I got fired. That was the main point. Not only do you have to let me choose how I go out, you don't let me start something. I got a little bit of OCD. You can't let me start ideas in my head and not be able to finish them. So once those are wrapped up, I go back to being a nerd civilian and being the watchdog of the CC, I guess, hopefully, if I can stomach what happened. So that's not a good Christmas message to end on. Ben, put your Menasters before I end this.
Oh yeah, we're doing March 1st to March 3rd, doing Menasters 2-man, 2 Asters right here in this room.
I thought it was more man, more asses. I thought I didn't know this.
Yeah, this time the air conditioning will work.
Well, no, last year was the very first Hall of Fame.
This will be the inaugural Hall of Fame with the new Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Menasters is now the traditional kickoff Hall of Fame class tournament. But we had more than we thought besides Menasters and TCM. We ended up doing
The thing about
4.
I originally didn't think it was going to be that great an idea until you paid me to think otherwise, but that's a different story.
I'm not sponsoring Menasters.
I didn't think that I would want to do it like all the time. I thought we'd do it at 1 or 2 tournaments a year. It would be like, oh, here's one where we don't have to deal with these cards. We don't like these cards that are boring. But once I played it once, I didn't want to do anything else ever again.
Yeah, I forgot. I did have one more hot take, and I think I mentioned it on the boards before I got banned. I really thought, and I was having this discussion with Professor Carter up in I can't say the name of the town, Snake Plinsky. I don't know, but it's west of Detroit. I can't say the town.
Yeah, Ypsilanti, right?
Ypsilanti, is that it? There's so many letters.
Sure.
None of those letters go together.
Cape Hines, Michigan.
I always I'm so naive. I even go, hey, when I have an idea, I go, whoa, well, once this idea is out there, no matter what, they're going to see the merits of it. They're going to say like, oh, this, it doesn't matter if it's John Corbett, the biggest asshole. And then like John Carter told me, my friend, the world does not work that way. And
was he smoking a pipe when he did it? I want to know if it's smoking.
No, he had a nice jacket. He had a nice like professional. He's big time now.
Yeah, that's about. I'm in his mental image of John Carter smoking a pipe in his office.
He's got to get a sweater with elbow patches. I think that's a law if you're a professor.
Yeah.
But it's not, is it? People go. It's like people were. Remember at this time last year, people were outright hostile towards Hall of Fame. There was like, why are you changing the threshold to 65%? You're blah blah blah. Now at least at least now the haters had to shut the fuck up, and even some people are begrudgingly going, yeah, it's all right. There's nothing wrong here. I wouldn't mind it sometimes. All right, I'll take it.
That's
I'm not
where I was. That's where I was a year ago, and now I'm not gonna take off my shirt and show you, but I have a Hall of Fame tattoo in Gothic script across my chest. You're gonna have to take my word for it.
Now with Excelsior dead, RSVP Excelsior, we can all admit, let's another thing, let's be honest about. It was something very put a lot of I respect the resources and time they put in, but someone should have thought, is this worth putting the resources and time in? Because of course the killer bee in me wanted to go, this is stupid. But I try to be a cheerleader back when I was,
No, that's because it was a stupid idea.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, but you know what? The devil's bargain. So anyway, whatever. It failed, and I thought a year ago, I said Hall of Fame will just be a superior brand, and just give it some trusted process. And who gives a fuck?
The ironic thing is, it still might be. It just might take it might be you just might need to wait another year.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Well, we're talking about when more cards go out. So. Yeah, I always knew this would be a long, a slog.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Maybe I'll be patient still. Like I said, no one hated this year. But then again, but if Charlie Plain or someone else was the cheerleader behind Excelsior, I said I should have got a Charlie Plain to be my spokesman. I should have paid him instead of you to run Man Masters. Instead of giving out Man Masters prize money, I should have gave it to Charlie and paid off his debt. And he would have been like, hey guys, I got a good idea. It's called Hall of Fame. Everyone would have fucking loved it. We all be playing Hall of Fame now. I don't fucking need the credit. At least it would have been out there. But I
feel like maybe you want the credit a little bit. I feel like
I do have an ego. We're not. No. It's weird. It's worse. It's worse, Ben. I want people to hate it. I want people to love it and hate me. That's even worse. My ego, but it's bitter. It's worse.
All shall love me in despair.
Yeah, it's even worse than that. My ego has gotten so, you motherfuckers. That's why 2019 is going to be a good year. Oh, it's going to be, to be free again. Oh, but come on, I'm going to get banned. I'm going to get permanent banned by the end of February. So what's the over under? That'll be our last pick. When am I permanently banned from the boards? 2019.
May.
I take the under bet May 1st. Take the bet under all the money.
I mean, this is a little bit of a Pete Rose bet, but where you're betting on yourself to get banned fast.
I don't think I could try harder. I could remember. I have to be LOL triggered. I can't. I never intentionally go, I'm going to go get banned. It's always I see something. Fuck you. And then I woke up this morning. I'm banned again. Great. What did I say last night? I said you Photoshop Star Trek cards. All right, I'm banned for that. All right. I forgot.
That was let's not skip over this. Is that you are currently banned for criticizing a CC member in a period of review thread. Now, you were being an asshole, and you it's reasonable that you got banned for that. But when I put
it's not. No, it's not. It's not reasonable. You're being an apologist.
Well, because you're right, but
it's not reasonable because everyone else is an asshole, but they do it within their passive aggressive, snarky. Everybody trolls. But now you got to do this weak, not being an honest, forthright person and meaning what you say. It's always got to be this fucking backhanded shit. There's no place for me in this community. And I wish I realized that 3 years ago. There's no place for me here. So there you go. It's not reasonable. Is it belittling? Is that what's in the rule? I saw Rule 11 and it basically reads, don't be John Corbett, which is fine. But, should have, like I said, be honest about that.
The whole CC, the whole COC, I did an over-the-top fake news version of this that got everyone mad at me about a year ago. It wasn't even a year ago. It was more, but the whole thing was, John, don't be a dick to Andrea. That was the whole reason we had to do all this typing, all this type, go the words. Just John, just give it a rest.
No, you tone it down. You said the COC is so John can't call her sugar tits, and that's that wasn't the take. That was my example. You got confused. I said the Seals, they're acting like I run around and that's who I am. Like, hey there, sugar tits, how you doing, baby? Come over here. Like that's who they were painting me as 3 years ago when I was just being a fucking random usual asshole. But
yes, I toned it. I told you I was toning it down because everyone got mad at me. But
yeah, but I've become that person. It doesn't matter. Like that's who.
Yeah.
Even you, like that's just what they made me to
that's
be.
The story is that I got confused. I thought that was what you actually did.
Well, that's what the even on a larger scale, being aggressive is bad. Being disagreeable is bad. You know, masculine is bad. Like these are things they think they have to weed out. You know, and I'm not doing it, man. I'm fucking done with that scene. If they want to cast me out, they can cast me out. But that's it, man. That's it. Fucking grow up, motherfuckers. There's too many fragile motherfuckers. We've gone on too long. Yeah, we burned down them all. All right, burn them all. Oh, Ben, you told me my sign off is not Hall of Fame.
Oh, right. Yeah, so, that's to be Hall of Fame compliant. So like Palmer. You're
kicking you like or upgrade it, Colin Yeager. Was that
or upgraded Palmer? Yeah.
There's a worse sign offs in history. Like Greasy Ducat, I'm kicking everybody out of the disco pile. Good night.